So guys, I'm back here with my fridge full of coffee and we need to talk about something that's going on in Iceland. I mean, we know tourists do stupid things, but you know, the level of stupidity is sometimes really blowing my mind, absolutely blowing my mind. I just showed you last week pictures of tourists climbing up the crater of an active volcano, really up towards the rim, and then it was blasting and exploding and they were running down the steep slope like crazy. They were just lucky that nothing happened. And something similar has happened in Iceland, and it's hard to believe because you would assume that if you know there is a volcanic eruption with lava flowing, usually even the dumbest people should know that lava is very hot and that you maybe should not walk on it. Even if it looks black, it's still hot. It burned through your shoes or whatever. But that's not the only thing that this guy did. Worse. I mean, he should get the Darwin Award for putting yourself in danger. Absolutely. And I'll tell you in this video what the guy did, what happened, what the police chief of Sudorns has to say, and an update about what they're planning with Grindavik. So let's speak about the volcano. Eruption keeps going at the northern end. Two fissures are open. The lava keeps coming out steadily. So it seems the inflow from the deeper lying magma reservoir into the shallow magma chamber is as big as what is flowing out. So what's coming from down beneath is right flowing out. So it's quite steady. There are no news about land rise again, nothing so far. So that's the status quo. So imagine there's really some tourist that had the great idea, today I'm going to walking towards the eruption. Not like walking towards the eruption to see it from afar, like some other tourists that are kind of risk takers, although the police chief of Sudorns, the civil defense, is saying stay away, it's dangerous. There might be cracks in the area, there's lava flows, there's you know, uneven terrain, there's old lava beds that you have to walk over, and you can break your legs, you can fall, stuff like this. Weather can change, gas pollution. So it is stupid, right? They can book tours where they can fly over the eruption with planes or helicopters or something like this. So there's ways to see it, but not like this. So imagine there is a French photographer, and here, check out his Instagram page, because there you can see the full video that he shot of this guy, a drone video. So this guy lives in Iceland and he has captured a video of a tourist who walked right to this eruption site on the Reykjanes Peninsula. And when you look at his video, you can see that the tourist is walking over brand new lava, almost right into the red crater where the lava is coming out. And then he stands there and he's taking selfies. And in my opinion, when he sees the drone come, he's like, ha ha, hi. He's not, I don't think he understood what he did. Maybe he does now when he sees the pictures, how dangerously close he was, because he's not standing on like an even level lava field. He's basically standing on some sort of lava cliff overhang that could break down at any time. And then that's it for him, right? That's the end. So that photographer also seems to be like a guide or something. He was in the area with a group of foreigners, and he was flying the drone towards the eruption. And then he says in an interview with MBL that he saw something unusual, and then he took his drone and he flew closer, because I guess, right, you see that and you're like, no, this can't be a person, this must be something else. But of course, if you have the drone, you check it out. But even with a drone, you have to be careful because it is so hot, right? There's drone guys that have lost their drones because the lava was so hot. So he flew closer, and then he saw the man standing so dangerously close, not only dangerously close, on that dangerous spot. And then when you watch his video, he flies around him, and then you see how this lava cliff is overhang, and then he was waving at the drone, right? So it's kind of cute, but if you know how dangerous this is, it gives you shivers. So of course, that's what the drone pilot says. He felt alarmed, but he was also irritated why someone would do this, right? That someone is not aware of these risks, right? So even in the last eruptions that happened, it was the same thing. They did say, do not go to the eruption site, do not even get close. And because you see, this is what happens even if they say don't go there, right? Should they place don't go there signs all along the roads? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they should, at the airport, when tourists arrive, they should get a handout or something so that you can really be sure that these guys understand that. I mean, common sense seems to be switched off sometimes, as it seems. And so the drone pilot, of course, was worried about him. And of course, then reporters asked him, well, did you see, did the guy get back? Is the guy safe? And the drone pilot says he tried to keep watch over that guy. But, you know, a drone can only fly that long. The batteries don't last too long. So he ran out of power. So he says what he saw is that the guy started walking back, but in order to get back, and this is so crazy, I mean, he had to cross the new lava field, and he said that from the drone picture, he could see all the red glowing of the lava around him. So let's say you walk there towards the eruption site, you feel the heat from that lava field. Do you really walk on that? Because even if the crust is a little bit black, you could step on it and there's liquid lava still underneath. You could sink, but it seems that the heat and that steam did not deter him. It's amazing, right? So what the drone pilot saw also, that tourist was stumbling at some time, and that even the lava beneath him broke so that he almost fell in. So I wonder if he will release that drone video or not. I don't know, but this sounds dramatic, almost unbelievable. It's crazy. And what the drone pilot then further said, that the tourist then started running all over the place in panic because maybe, I mean, it seems that this is the point when he realized there is liquid lava underneath him, right? Standing there at the cliff with the glowing crater behind him, that did not have seemed to scare him. So yeah, I would love to see an interview with that guy. Maybe he came home, I hope he did, and he's like, gosh, how stupid am I? I don't know. I mean, I'm glad, or I hope, I don't know, that he's home safely. The drone pilot also says he hopes that he made it home. And of course, the drone pilot called the police, but they said they couldn't do much, right? They say it didn't even look like the man was asking for help, right? So if it had looked like the man needed help, the police could do something. This is always difficult, you know. I know it costs a lot of money, but I would have started another drone or a helicopter or something to see if the guy really made it out, because it seems he's not the brightest light underneath the sky to take care of himself. That's my opinion, right? I mean, we have to say that. I don't want to be mean, and I don't mean that in any mean way, but you know, it obviously he's not able to assess risks. So I think they should get him out of there, or yeah, because the problem is everyone is kind of surprised, and that drone pilot also says he's kind of surprised that there aren't more consequences for people who do things like this, walk over these lava fields, get too close, and then they have to be rescued, right? This was the same case in the winter. People started walking over these lava fields, harsh terrain, very exhausting, and sometimes they have to walk kilometers wide to get to the eruption site, and then they're surprised by weather or darkness, so some had to be rescued because they were almost freezing, right? So but they keep doing it. People are not getting a fine. And also the drone pilot said, yeah, I think that when the police received this tip, if you hear someone snoring, guys, that is Eddie. He's on the couch and he snores like a man that had just 2 bottles of wines, but it's Eddie. So I hope you don't hear it, whatever, just in case. So yeah, drone pilot says, if a police receives a tip like this, they should come to the area and wait for the man and find him. I mean, yeah, let's say the man realized his risk and then the adrenaline kicks in and he was running back to safety. And then when you finally feel safe, you're back at the parking lot, then the police gives you a ticket. That's also not great, right? Because I think this guy, lesson learned, probably, hopefully, right? I think he learned something through that. But Olfa Ludvigsson, the police chief, said, quote, it was quite unpleasant to watch that video. He says that man was in a place where he should not have been at all, if we think about safety, right? And he says it's unbelievable that he would walk on freshly flowed lava. So what can you do, right? I mean, the police chief says the dangers are hidden in many, many places if this eruption takes place, and the dynamic can change at any time. It's not even clear. It could get stronger again, sending fast flowing lava, earthquakes, and then things could break. And this is just freshly created lava beds, right? So police chief says, we've told people you're here at your own risk, and no one is forbidden to go through the area, but the recommendations are don't, right? So maybe they should restrict it further, because he says that they have experienced incidents like this ever since the first eruption in 2021. So I really think the easiest way is if tourists come by boat or by plane, before they land or dock, they have to watch a video, right, with instructions, as crazy as it sounds. So let's talk about Grindavik. Let's forget about this. Let's hope the man made it home safe. And let's hope that nobody else has this crazy idea. So Grindavik is very lucky with this eruption. This is a best case scenario for the town. The lava's flowing north. Nothing's coming towards Grindavik, so that's really awesome. So that's why they're thinking about reopening the town. That's what the town council of Grindavik is basically trying to do, to open the town to the public as soon as possible and remove the closing posts that are there right now in their current form. So that's what they have announced at the town's websites. We will have to see. They really want to make it open to the public. I don't know what that means to people that have homes there, to workers, or also to tourists, that they can go into the restaurants and stuff. We will have to see what this means, right? So I will keep you updated. I want to tell you something else. We talked about the earthquakes. There was a 5.0 magnitude earthquake at Bardabunga yesterday. That's quite a big one. But then there was another series of small earthquakes east of Bluffhill. That's this ski area. That's another volcanic system that is closer to the capital, to Reykjavik. And we know that from there have been lava flows to the outskirts of Reykjavik. Well, Reykjavik wasn't there in that form when that happened, but you can see the lava beds there. So they were worried a little bit about that area last winter. So that's why It's rumbling everywhere. About 60 earthquakes have occurred southeast of these mountains. They call them the Blue Mountains last night. But Icelandic Met Office is saying it was a series of small earthquakes, and something like this has occurred in this area before. So they're not too worried about this. They say this is kind of normal. Yeah, we will have to wait and see, I guess, what's going on. As always, guys, I'll keep you updated. Join me in my membership area for this channel. Click the join button. There's also a link in the description of this video where you can also follow me for free on my buymeacoffee.com website. Sign up there so that we can stay connected there. I'll send you emails if there are significant eruptions so that you can tune in right away. Of course, you can support the channel there. Buy me coffees that I can put in that fridge. I think I'm going to become the lady with the fridge, the lady with the coffees in the fridge. So guys, thanks for the supers here, and thank you for all the new members to my channel. We will do great things together. I have a lot in the pipe that I want to do, so come on, join me there, guys. I'll see you very, very soon. Stay safe, guys. Bye bye.